This morning, I was on the porch with my coffee, just watching the steam rise like it had all the time in the world. Mary was by the steps, folding her list and tapping her pen against the paper. That little tap-tap sound that means she's already decided what kind of day I'm about to have. Mary said, "Jack, can you run to the grocery store? We need a few things. And use the coupon." I said, "A coupon? Now you're speaking my language?" She smiled, real sweet, and held up my phone. "Not a paper coupon," she said. "It's in the app." I looked at that phone like it was a tiny aquarium full of problems. Mary added, "I already clipped it. All you have to do is type your phone number at checkout." I said, "That sounds simple." Mary said, "It always sounds simple." So I drove to the store feeling pretty good about myself. I grabbed the bread. I grabbed the eggs. I even found the coffee Mary likes, the one that costs enough to qualify as an investment. Then I found the item with the coupon, the whole reason for the trip. I held it up and thought, "All right, Jack, you're a modern man now." I opened the grocery store app. It asked me to sign in. I stared at it for a second because I have signed in so many times in my life, I feel like I should get a punch card. I typed in my password. It said, "Incorrect password." I tried another password. Incorrect. I tried a third one, the one I use when I'm not trying to be creative. Incorrect. Then the app offered me that little link that says, "Forgot password," like it was talking down to me. I tapped it. It sent a code to my email. My email, which is also on my phone, which I am currently using to access the app that needs the code to let me into the app. So I stood there in the cereal aisle, juggling screens like a man trying to open a safe with oven mitts on. Finally, I got in. The app loads up, slow as molasses on a cold morning. I find the coupon. And right there, in cheerful little letters, it says, "Coupon expired yesterday." And that's when it got strange, because I just stood there holding that item like it had betrayed me personally. Yesterday, not last month, not last week. Yesterday. Like the app waited until I put on my shoes and drove over here just to teach me a lesson about time. I hit refresh. I closed the app. I opened it again like that would change the laws of the universe. Still expired. I could feel myself getting polite angry, not yelling angry, just that quiet kind of angry where you start speaking to a screen like it's your cousin. I said under my breath, "So you're telling me the coupon was alive yesterday, and today it's just gone?" Right then, Mary called. Mary said, "You good, Jack?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. I'm just standing in the store having a disagreement with your coupon." She paused. Then she said, "Jack, how much is it without the coupon?" I looked at the price. I said, "It's only a few dollars more." Mary said, "Then just come home." I hung up and stared at that phone for a second, and I don't know why, but it hit me kind of softly. It's not really about the coupon. It's how everything now has a timer on it, a password, a code, a little invisible deadline you didn't know you agreed to. I'm not saying it's worse. It just feels different. Like you can do everything right and still get told you're one day late. So I bought the groceries without the coupon. I walked to the car feeling like I'd lost a quiet argument I didn't even start. Back home, I sat on the porch again. Mary came out with her coffee and sat down like it was no big deal. Then she said, "Jack, next time, if the app says yesterday, we'll call it yesterday's problem. Don't let a screen steal your whole day." I nodded, took a sip of my coffee, and I said, All right. But if the app tries to expire me, you're handling it. Tell me in the comments, what's the most frustrating coupon or app problem you've ever had at the store? If you like these quiet porch stories with me and Mary, hit subscribe. And next time Mary says it's in the app, I'm checking it the day before.